नमस्ते बिटिया, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। Myself Dr. Aarti Purohit, Associate Professor, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Department of Pathology, Faculty of Homeopathic Sciences. Our today's topic is Neisseria gonorrhoeae. Neisseria. The general characteristic of Neisseria species are aerorho. They are gram-negative cocci, often arranged in pair, that is diplococci, with adjacent sides flattened like a coffee bean. They are oxidase positive, most catalase positive, non-motile acid from oxidation of carbohydrate, not from the fermentation. The important human pathogen is Neisseria gonorrhoeae and Neisseria meningitidis. Other species normally colonize mucosal surface of the oropharynx, nasopharynx, and occasionally anogenital mucosal membranes. In Neisseria gonorrhoeae, it is causing the urethritis, cervicitis, salpingitis, PID, proctitis, bacteremia, arthritis, conjunctivitis, and pharyngitis. In meningitis, they are causing the meningitis, meningoencephalitis, bacteremia, pneumonia, arthritis, and urethritis. And Neisseria, other species are the opportunistic pathogens. These are the biochemical reactions which we can discuss with your book. So our today's topic of concern is the Neisseria gonorrhoeae. General overview is it is readily transmitted by sexual contact. Gram-negative diplococci flattened along the adjoining side. This is fastidious, capnophilic, and susceptible to cool temperature, drying, and fatty acids. Required complex media pre-warm to 35 to 37 degree. It is highly sensitive. Required the transmute media also. Soluble starch added to neutralize fatty acid toxicity. Grow best in moist atmosphere supplemented with carbon dioxide. Produce acid from glucose but not from other sugars. Physiology and structure include gram-negative diplococci with fastidious growth requirement. Growth best is 35 to 37 degree with supplementation with carbon dioxide. Oxidase and catalase positive acid produced from glucose oxidatively. Outer surface with multiple antigen, pili protein, pore protein, OPA protein, RMP protein, protein receptor from transferrin, lactoferrin, hemoglobin, and lipo-oligopolysaccharide, immunoglobulin protease, and beta lactamase. These are the virulence factors. Epidemiology, humans are the only natural host. Asymptomatic carriage is a major reservoir. Transmission primarily by sexual contact. More than 350,000 cases reported in US. Disease most common in blacks people age 15 to 24 year. People who have multiple sexual encounters. Highest risk of disseminated disease in patient with deficiencies in late component of the complement. Diagnosis includes we will talk about the disease clinical features later on. First talk about the summary of the diagnosis. Gram staining of urethral specimen is accurate for symptomatic males only. Culture is sensitive and specific by has been replaced with molecular probe technique in many laboratory. Treatment include ceftriaxone, cefixime, ciprofloxacin, ofloxacin must be administered in uncomplicated cases. In vitro susceptibility should be determined in cases unresponsive to therapy because antibiotic resistance is increasing. Penicillin should be avoided because resistance is common. Doxycycline and azithromycin should be added for infection complicated with chlamydia. For neonate prophylaxis with 1% silver nitrate ophthalmia neonatorum is treated with ceftriaxone. Prevention consists of patient education, use of condom and spermicides with non-xylonone 9 and aggressive follow-up sexual partners of infected patients. Effective vaccines are not available. It is serious disease. It is seriously undeported sexually transmitted disease found only in humans. Asymptomatic carriage is major reservoir. Transmission should by sexual contact. Lack of protective immunity and therefore reinfection is there. Partly due to antigenic diversity of strain, high risk of disseminated disease in patient with late complement deficiencies. In female, 50% risk of exposure after the single exposure, and in males, there is a 20% risk of exposure after the single exposure. Females are asymptomatic infection frequently not diagnosed, but males are usually 95% of the time most initially symptomatic. In females, major reservoir is asymptomatic carriage in female, and in males, major reservoir is asymptomatic carriage in female. In female genital infection, primary site is cervix, cervicitis with vagina, urethra, rectum can be colonized. In males, genital infection generally restricted to urethra, urethritis with purulent discharge and dysuria is there. In female, ascending infection in 20%, including salpingitis, tubo-ovarian abscess, pelvic inflammatory disease, chronic infection can lead to sterility. In males, it is rare complication may include epididymitis, prostatitis, periurethral abscess. In female, disseminated infections more common, including septicemia, infection of skin and joints, and in males, disseminated infections are very rare. In females, can infect infant at delivery, like in conjunctivitis, ophthalmia neonatorum is there. In males, more common in homosexual, bisexual men than the heterosexual population. Pathogenesis: fimbriated cells attached to the intact mucous membrane epithelium, capacity to invade the skin by abrasions, adherence to mucosal epithelium, penetration into and multiplication before passing through the mucosal epithelial cell, establish infection in subepithelial layers. Most common sites of inoculation: cervix or vagina in female, urethritis or penis in male. Virulence factors associated with Neisseria gonorrhoeae are pili, pore protein, OPA protein, RMP protein, transferrin binding protein, lactoferrin binding protein, hemoglobin binding protein, LOS, immunoglobulin A, and beta lactamase. Every has its own action. This is all about the Neisseria gonorrhoeae. It is very sensitive, required for the transport media. It is very delicate organism, cannot remain without the mucous membrane. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this session. If any query, please mention it in comment box. I will try to resolve it. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.